Alessandro and Justin ran up to that blue team up there.
Start out slow. There you go. 2 touches, you guys. No more than 2 touches. He's high now. He's high. White team, they came through as a wild card.
Hey, we can beat some play.
Okay. I want you to hustle over, get a ball break into threes, and I want you to... You guys line up in the line, here to the left. Spread out a little bit more, guys. Spread out. Michael, go over that way a little bit. Hey. Hey, you guys. Why don't you warm up until you... Go. Go. You got the ball. Good pass. Pass it back, Chase. Good try. Pass it over now, Mike. You don't have that much time.
Hello and welcome. I'm David Goldberg with George Langevin Productions. We're here at Black Mountain Field in Rancho Penasquitos, where we have the San Dieguito Surf, check that, and the Encinitas Express in a quarterfinals of the Presidio Cup here on a beautiful sunny afternoon in Rancho Penasquitos. The Surf in blue, the Express in white. Surf ready to begin the game. Started off now. 12 is started off by Levine. It's taken down now. Back towards the center of the field. Headed there nicely by the Express. Oh, and the Surf have a break. Here comes 12 in on the goalie. He takes a shot. Good save by the goaltender, Brandon Parker, and another shot by 13, and it's saved by the goaltender, Brandon Parker. He had some action early, and he came up golden. Now the ball is driven back. Handled there by number 2, Kyle McCormick. And booted out of bounds. It's going to be Express ball. So we have action early here at the quarterfinals of the Presidio Cup. It's the Surf against the Express. Thrown in there by the Express. And we're going to have a foul, it appears. And it's going to go over to the Surf. San Dieguito Surf enters this round-robin tournament at 3-0, while the Encinitas Express comes in with a mark of 2-1. These teams do have a rivalry, as they are in the same division and have battled each other and came in 1-2, with the Express coming in first in the division and the Surf second. Ball being batted around now about midfield. Pounded back now. There's Buttinger. Pounded towards the corner, and here comes the goalie out for the Surf, and that is Chris Ruiz. He handles it nicely. He's going to boot it back towards the center of the field. No score here early in the first half. And another break for the Surf. Here comes number 12. That is Levine. He shoots and just wide. Levine came in on a breakaway and shot it just wide. Excellent scoring chance there for the Surf. So far, they've had the best offensive opportunities. Levine broke in with Chris Collins. Shot it just wide. So the ball will be Encinitas. The free kick will be taken by their defender. Brandon Parker, the goalie for Encinitas. Here the ball's kicked out towards by us and kicked off a Surf player. It'll be Encinitas ball. Throwing it in is 6, Michael Bethay. Throws it in, headed back towards him. And it's kicked down into the corner of the Express side, handled there by their defenseman. That is Nick Alens Martin. Handled there by 14, that's Chase Buttinger again. He's got a break. He hands it off to number 10, that's Garrett Scott. And he gets tripped up, ball goes out of bounds. It's going to remain Encinitas ball. No score here, first half. We're going to have a throw-in by the Express. Ball is thrown in there. Battled there by Wayne Longden and the defense of the Surf. Wayne Longden's nickname is Ziggy. Now we're going to have a throw-in by the Surf. Action to slow down a bit from the opening offensive opportunities by the Surf. Ball's battled there. Down back towards midfield, headed nicely there. And again, the Surf look to break, and it gets by the defense. 13, Chris Collins is waiting for a break, but didn't come through. Here comes Wayne Longden. Now Ziggy, he's trying to get an offensive opportunity, but defended nicely there by number 3. That's Drew Dellis. Excellent defensive play by Dellis of the Surf. It's thrown in the corner there by 6, Michael Buffet. That's again booted right back out. We'll do it all over again. It's thrown in. Battled there. Number 13's battling at it. That's Michael Casalato. Again, there's a battle for it. Trying to get the ball centered for a scoring opportunity, but it's kicked back out nicely by the Surf defense. Now the ball goes past towards midfield, and we've got a 14 for the Surf breaking away. It's Benno Grossman. Benno Grossman.
Good hustle, Chris. Good positioning. Watch outside, Chris. Beat him, Benno, beat him! Oh, no.
And we're going to have an offside penalty, I believe.
You gotta take it and go.
As Benno
Good play.
is called offside on the play. Free kick's going to be taken here. As you can hear a groan from a field next to us as soccer's all around us here at Black Mountain Field. And the kick taken by number 10, Garrett Scott. Stopped there nicely by Michael Casalato. And there's a break trying for the Express. This ball's kicked down in. There's Ziggy chasing after it. He's number 4, and the ball's out of bounds. Good effort, though, by Ziggy, number 4. We're going to have a throw-in. The game is scoreless against these two rivals. So far, the Surf with the best scoring opportunities. A nice play by the center halfback there. That's 12, Nicolens Martin. Ball's being kicked around and kicked out of bounds by Kyle McCormick of the Surf, so it'll be a throw-in for the Express. Thrown in there by Michael Buffet. He gets it back, boots it to the center of the field, and number 14 there is Chris Buttinger, and he's battling for it there with number 11. That's Jared Brenner. Brenner now aiming it and kicking it towards the center of the diamond, where it's tipped there by Brandon Levine and booted towards the Express side of the field. Again, they look to break. There's a 3-on-1, but the goalie for the Surf, which is Chris Ruiz, handles it nicely. He boots the ball out of harm's way. Taken there by number 2, Kyle McCormick. He looks to get something going. He passes down, and there's an offside call as it looked like Benno Grossman was a bit offside in the play. Tough call as they had a break. Now a free kick being taken by the Express. It's Garrett Scott. He boots it. Ball goes off an Express pair, taken there by number 2, Cal McCormick. He looks to break with it, and the ball is kicked out of bounds by Chase Buttinger. Ball now thrown in, handled there by number 12, Brandon Levine. He looks to get something going, and his ball is kicked in. Oh, an excellent play by the goalie of the Express. That is Brandon Parker, and he kicks the ball all the way downfield, where it's stopped there by Drew Dellis, number 3 of the Surf, and kicked out of bounds. So it's going to be a throw-in for the Express. Again, the Surf with an offensive opportunity, but the goalie, Brandon Parker, being the difference between a couple of goals for the Surf. Now the ball being headed around towards the center of the field. Ziggy running after it, number 4. He's looking to get a scoring opportunity, but cannot get the good enough angle on it, and kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be a goalie kick now for the Surf. We are scoreless here in the early goings of the first half. I'm David Goldberg with Georgia Langevin Productions. We're here at Black Mountain Field in the quarterfinals of the Presidio Cup. We have the San Dieguito Surf against the Encinitas Express. The kick will be taken by a defenseman of the Surf, and he kicks it, and Ziggy misses the header. Taken there by 12, that is Nicolens Martin, and there's a lot of congestion in that part of the field as Nick is doing some nice footwork, as you can see right there, and getting it back into Surf territory, where it's taken there by number 13, Michael Castellato. And Castellato goes off of him and out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw-in for the Surf, as it looks like Justin Peck is going to chase it down and throw it in. The roster for the San Dieguito Surf at number 1 is Connor Allen Lee, number 2 Kyle McCormick, 3 is Drew Dellis, 4 is Sean Marshall, 7 is Justin Peck, 10 is Alessandro Mullane, 11 is Jared Brenner. As we have a break for Chris Collins, as he's trying to set up something offensively, he passes the ball over there to Benno Grossman. He's still looking for something, and there's a ball's loose, the goalie's down, and it's score! A great play, they just wouldn't quit. And the ball is kicked in by the Surf. We'll get a confirmation on the goal scorer, and I think it was Jared Brenner. I'm pretty positive it was. Jared Brenner and Brandon Levine in on that play. The Surf, tremendous offensive pressure, finally pays off for him.
Not enough, Blue. Benno, not enough, Blue.
So the goal by the Surf makes it 1-0. Finishing the roster is number 12, Brandon Levine, 13, Chris Collins, 14, Benno Grossman, and 20, Tommy Snyder. The goalie, Chris Ruiz. Now the ball started off at midfield, 1-0. Big goal for the Surf as they are trying to beat these rivals, which they've had trouble with in the past. And the ball is kicked out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Surf. And the ball now being thrown in by the Surf. Nice throw in there to Sean Marshall. Battled there by Kyle McCormick and Chris Budinger of the Express. Now the ball is kicked off the shin guards of number 13. That is Michael Castellato, and it's going to go out of bounds. Therefore, it's going to be Surf throw-in. 1-0 Surf here in the first half. Now throw-in for the Surf. Handled there by midfield, Chris Budinger. Ball out of bounds, and we're having some confusion as to whose ball it is. Confirmation on the goal scorer is Jared Brenner. So Brenner gets the first tally of the game for the Surf. 1-0. Ball kicked out of bounds off of Parent. The Express really have not been able to get anything going offensively, as the Surf have done a nice job on the defensive end, really congregating there, not allowing anything to build up, and have maintained offensive pressure, looking to break every chance they get, as right now is another opportunity, as 14, Benno Grossman battles with it, with Nick Alens Martin of the Express. Ball goes out of bounds off the Express player, so it'll be a throw-in for the Surf. And now the referee is calling for the ball. It might have a free kick. Oh, it's going to be a throw-in. Ball's now thrown in. Grossman dove for it, wasn't able to get it. Ball's kicked in towards the goalie, and he handles it. Parker, the goalie, boots it far towards midfield, and goes off Drew Dellis and out of bounds. Ball thrown in at midfield. Dellis now working nicely defensively, not allowing anything happening for the Express. So it's balls off the Express. It's going to be Surf throw-in. Thrown in there. Chased down by 10, Garrett Scott. He battles with it there with a Surf offensive player, and his ball's kicked back towards the midfield. Headed back. The Surf really not allowing anything, but here's the first real opportunity for the Express, but played nicely there by number 4, Sean Marshall to kick the ball out of bounds and out of the center of the field as the Express broke in 3-on-2. Weren't able to get anything going off the nice defensive play by Marshall. Ball now thrown in, handled there by Garrett Scott. He kicks it down to Chris Budinger. He tries to center the ball in the middle of the field, and we have a whistle, and it looks like a foul is going to be called on the Express, and it's going to be Surf ball. Looks like a free kick for the Surf. Again, our score is 1-0 here in the first half. Dieguito on top of the Express. We're here in the quarterfinals of the Presidio Cup. Free kick taken there by Justin Peck. Ball's battled around the center of the field and goes out of bounds. Again, Surf throwing. Surf doing an excellent job just swarming around the ball, not allowing any offensive opportunities, and we have a couple substitutions. As it looks like 3 substitutions are going to come in. Looks like number 10, 20, and number 1. That is Connor Allen Lee coming in, Tommy Snyder coming in, and Alessandro Mullane coming in. Now, looks like a break. Ziggy trying to break in, but he's bumped off the play nicely by number 7. That is Justin Peck doing a nice job defensively. Here's Tommy Snyder getting his first taste of the game, trying to battle defensively, and he takes a guy down, and we have no whistle as the teams battle for it in the middle of the field. Ball is kicked out of harm's way, and we have a break the other way. Surf running hard after it. There's number 4, Sean Marshall. He's trying to get something going, but booted it a little too far too soon. Nice hustle, though, and the ball is taken by the goalie, Brandon Parker, and kicked back towards the middle of the field. Here goes Ziggy after it. Hits off Ziggy's arm and out of bounds. Going to be a Surf throw-in right there. Again, the Surf doing a nice job defensively and then looking to break. Throw-ins nicely, and it's off the head of the Express player. It's Michael Bethay. Another throw-in. Watch that flag. Thrown in there. Ball's kicked right in front of us here and out of bounds. It's going to be blue throw-in. As Connor Allen Lee is going to throw it in, taking instructions from the bench. No, he's going to pass it to his teammate, Kyle McCormick. And again, the Surf are all over the ball, as you can see here. Oh, a nice little give and go there between the Surf and Tommy Snyder kicks it in toward the goalie, but Brandon Parker handles it without a problem and kicks it back towards midfield. There's Ziggy there. He got fouled, it appears, and we're going to have, indeed, just that. Foul on the Surf. That was on Drew Dellis. He is physical down there. So it's going to be a free kick there for the Express. Express down 1-0. Haven't really gotten any good shot opportunities. It's been all Express offensively. The difference between more goals in for the Surf is just a goalie by the name of Brandon Parker, who's played excellent so far. Ball is taken there by Garrett Scott. He kicks it, but it's kicked right back to him, and he kicks it back down again. Here's some pressure now by the Express, trying to get an offensive opportunity. Trailed down there by Chase Budinger. Battled there. Kick back in. A lot of instructions being yelled at on the opposite side. And ball is going to go out of bounds, and it appears that we're going to have another Surf throw-in. It appears to me, at least, that all the throw-ins, 99%, have been by the Surf. They are the aggressors. They're the ones getting to the ball. Ball now, as soon as I say that, it's going to be off the Surf, and the Express is going to throw it in. Take that back. We're going to do that throw-in by the Surf all over again. 1-0 is our score. I'm David Goldberg with Georgia Langevin Productions. Black Mountain Field in the quarterfinals of the Presidio Cup here on a beautiful January Saturday in Southern California. Ball is thrown in, handled and kicked out of bounds mistakenly by the Express. That was Garrett Scott, so we're going to have another throw-in for the Surf. Looks like Kyle McCormick's going to take that throw-in. He throws it in, goes off Chris Budinger. And it's going to go off the Surf and throw in for the Express as action has slowed here in the last few minutes as the Teams are not giving anything easily. We're going to have a substitution, it appears, for the Express as number 9, Daniel Jacinto, comes in for number 11, Michael Lure. So now we're going to have the ball back in play, thrown in by the Express, headed there by number 6, Michael Buffet. And number 2, Kyle McCormick, boots it out of bounds, not allowing any offensive pressure by the Express. Ball trailed down there by a soccer mom by the Express. Remember, the soccer moms were the swing vote in the 1996 election. So we have a little stoppage of play. With our score, 1-0 Surf over the Express. Ball now thrown in. As you can see, almost all the Surf players playing defense, not allowing any offensive pressure, but still, 13, it's Michael Castellato. He's trying to get something going, doing some nice footwork, trying to get involved, but there's just too many Surf players there. Again, ball's backed, pounded back down the field. Here comes number 1, Connor Allen Lee. He's trying to break with it. He's got number 20, Tommy Snyder, with him. Ball goes out of bounds, off 12. Nicolens Martin of the Express going to be thrown in there by Connor Allen Lee. Again, the Surf look to break any opportunity they have. Thrown in there to number 20, Tommy Snyder. Ball is, I'm not sure what the call was, maybe a handball, and we're going to have a throw in for the Express. Ball is taken there by 6, Michael Buffet. Again, Tommy Snyder handles it there at center of the field. He kicks it back, handled there by Nicolens Martin. He's battling there with Allen Lee. Still, the Surf playing excellent defense, just congregating their players anywhere the ball is going for the Express. And out of bounds again, it's going to be a Surf throw-in. Actually, change that. Throw-in for the Express. Headed there by Allen Lee again. Ball's booted back down. Ziggy always looking to break for the Express. He needs to get something going as their team has had a dearth of offensive opportunities. And the ball out of bounds again. 1-0 our score. Look at that soccer mom run down that ball. Sign her up. Throw in there by the Express. Thrown into Michael Buffet. And we have a end of the half. That is the end of the first half. So our score at the end of one half, it is the San Dieguito Surf 1, the Encinitas Express nothing.
Because while Justin's busy marking Ziggy like this, Drew's free. Actually, the fair side of it. Drew's free. But now we got no help. We got no help back in the drop. Now listen, Kyle, get your toe around it and sit down the field.
He doesn't have his goalie stuff, so he doesn't want to play goalie. So what should he do?
Hey, Chris.
And they got you guys on the run. You guys got to show who's better team. We can't do it from the sideline. All the screaming can't do it. You guys have gotten out of positions. You guys are not going to the ball, and there's a ton of walking going around. You only have 20 minutes to put it on the line. 20 minutes.
Can you go on? If you lose, that's it. So,
and how about this? What I'm saying is, let's make it a real strong 20 minutes.
Right.
Let's let them know they're in a game right now, okay?
Let's go out there and get a goal. Get one. Just get one.
And we're moments away from the beginning of the second half. Here in the game between the San Dieguito Surf and the Encinitas Express in the quarterfinals of the Presidio Cup. The Surf are up 1-0 over the Express. Goal in the first half was scored by 11, Jared Brenner. Again, the game, as I said in the first half, primarily the offensive opportunities have belonged to the Surf as they've played an excellent team defense and look to break any opportunity they get. And really, the Express have no shots on goal to speak of. So they switch sides, and we start the second half. 13, Michael Castellato doing some footwork with it. Now the Express seem to have a little bit more gusto, a little more gas in their tanks. They're looking to break, get an offensive opportunity, and again, the ball is kicked nicely out of bounds by the Surf as they put a lot of people back defensively.
Get in front of your man. Come on.
Try not allow a good scoring opportunity.
First on the ball. Big clear.
Gonna have a throw in here for the Express.
Jared, get in front of him.
Or rather, we're gonna have first corner kick of the game. A corner kick for the Express gonna be taken by 13, Michael Castellato. So here's an opportunity for the Express that they didn't see in the first half. First corner kick of the game. Ball is kicked nicely, but to the side of the net, handled there easily by the goalie, Chris Ruiz. Ball's going to be kicked there by Justin Peck now on the outside of the goalie's box. Peck yelling out directions to his troops. His team is leading 1-0. He kicks it. It's a nice kick. Kicked off Michael Buffet and out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in there for the Surf as they seem to hurry up and get things going. Here's number 12, Brandon Levine taking it, and he kicks it out of bounds. Levine goes off of him behind the goalie there, and we're going to have a free kick for the Express. Express need to get some more offensive opportunities. They are down by a goal. And we have a stoppage of play. And I'm not sure what the holdup is. Oh, a player for the Express is tying his shoe, and that'll give the referee an opportunity to converse something with the coach of the Express, who is Jeff Scott today. And the coach of the Surf is Warren Jacobs. Now the Express getting ready to kick the ball. They get a free kick. And the ball is hit back towards the goalie, but the goalie handles it. Brandon Parker, he's been active today and excellent for the Express. Only allowed one to go past him, and that was really because of just gang warfare on the part of the Surf. They wouldn't take no for an answer on that play, and when when Brenner finally put the ball in the net. So again, the ball goes out of bounds, and we're going to have a stoppage of play.
Come on, Surf. Keep hustling.
Ball is going to be a free kick taken now. The Express are going to take it. Looks going to be put down there by number 10, Garrett Scott. Again, this is what the Surf want. Just the ball to be played in the in Express territory. The ball is taken there now. It's going to be batted around. Surf looking to get something going as 13, Chris Collins battles for it. And the ball is kicked towards it. Brandon Parker was out of net and almost allowed a goal to go in, but he recovered and made the play. Ball's taken there by Jared Brenner again. And kicked out of bounds there by number 2, Kyle McCormick. So it's going to be a throw-in for the Express. We're down 1-0 here. Defensive-oriented game. And again, McCormick will not allow that ball to go past him. He boots it out of bounds. Another throw-in. Ball taken there. Little give and go between the Express as Brandon Levine tries to go with it. He passes it down to Benno Grossman. And the ball's hitting there to Chris Collins. He tries a shot, and the ball's, oh! Terrific scoring opportunities. The ball was centered by Chris Collins and went off of the goalie, and it looked like a Surf player and out of bounds. So we're going to have a stoppage of play and a free kick for the Express. Again, the Surf look to break any opportunity they get. That ball was thrown in by the Express right at midfield, but then it was taken back on a nice give and go. And Grossman and Collins worked to try and get a scoring opportunity. Did get one, but the ball just went wide. Now the ball is kicked out of bounds by Nicolens Martin of the Express. We're going to have a throw-in for the San Dieguito Surf. Again, most of the play of the second half has been in the Express zone. Ball's kicked there by Michael Buffet, and again out of bounds, throw-in for the Surf. Thrown in. Nice play by the Surf. There's always somebody there, but then the Express look to break. They've got some numbers. But nice defensive play, but we're going to get a foul. Defensive play, the Jared Brenner elbowed his man off the ball. Looked kosher to me, but the ref said no, we got a foul. Free kick at the spot of the foul. Looks like midfield as Encinitas tries to get something going. They're down a goal.
That's it, Jared. Over here, number 12. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Surf back, everybody up. Play defense. Free kick there and headed back towards center of the field nicely by Benno Grossman. A nice play by 12, Nicolenz Martin there. Both teams are battling for it now, and the ball is kicked down deep into Surf territory and out of bounds. It's going to be a free kick for the Surf.
Mark your man.
So the Surf there will take it. It's going to be Justin Peck with the free kick. He boots it nice. That's a strong kick. And if it gets by that defenseman, there's going to be trouble as Grossman and Levine have numbers, but the ball is going to go too deep and going to be kicked out of trouble by the goalie, Brandon Parker. Now the Express looks to break. Ball's at center field, but kicked nicely back by Drew Dallas and chased down there by Collins. Collins boots it down, but it looks like the ball's going to go out of bounds, being chased there by number 12, Brandon Levine. So we're going to have a free kick for the Express. Again, the Express not having any kind of offensive continuity. Even have trouble getting any kind of shot on net. It's credit to the Surf defense, who have played a really team-oriented, swarming defense. Now we're going to have the free kick taken there. Couple Surf players around it as Chris Collins boots it back deeper into Express territory. We're going to have, I think, a foul call on the Express, and it's going to be a free kick there for the Surf as they're going to try and set up something. A shot on goal, definitely. They're deep in Express territory trying to add to their 1-goal lead. So Brennan Perry goes in for the Express in a substitution. And they're playing a lot of strategy here as each team trying to get positioning. Ball is kicked into 7. That is Justin Peck. He kicks it back, and oh, the ball is going to be goes out of bounds, handled by the goalie Brendan Parker. Going to be another free kick for the Express, so that offensive chance for the Surf goes by the wayside as the Express defended it well. Free kick goes out of bounds. We're going to have a throw-in for the Surf. As again, they're just going to set up in deep into Express territory. And the ball's kicked back towards center field. Ziggy looking to break. They've got numbers. Ziggy gets away. He's in on goal by himself, and here comes the goalie rushing out, and we're going to have a foul call, and I'm not sure if the foul is going to be on the Expresses. I think the call is Chris Budinger. Check that, Chase Budinger. He looked like seemed to get a push on the defenseman of the San Dieguito Surf, so it's going to be a break for the Surf, and not a really smart play by 14 Chris Budinger. Budinger, however, takes the ball. Here's an offensive opportunity. The ball is kicked and goes between the legs of the goalie, Chris Ruiz, and they tie the game 1-1. Oh, wow. That's a tough break as number 14, Chase Budinger, booted it hard from the right side of the field, and Chris Ruiz didn't get down on the ball like he needed to. The ball went right between him and through the wickets for the goal. 1-1. Tough break for the Surf. They played so well defensively. Give credit to Budinger. After I said it was a bad play by him when they had that offensive chance, he gets the big goal on a blast from the right point. Now each team is battling for it there. Pace has picked up a bit since the goal. And out of bounds, we're going to have a throw-in for the Express. So the game is tied 1-1. It's hard to believe that goal went in. See how the Surf respond. Remember, these two teams are rivals. There's got to be a lot of mental feelings going on between both teams as to how they feel about one another, and we'll see if the goal by the Express is going to change the momentum for the Surf. And we're going to have a throw in there by the Express. The game is tied 1-1 now. Seems to be some delay, and here's the throw-in. Headed out of bounds, thrown in by the Surf. They've got a chance for some offensive opportunity here. Thrown in. And Ziggy looks to break. Again, he's always looking to break for the Express, and we're going to have ball kicked out of bounds by number 2, Kyle McCormick, so it's going to be a throw-in for the Express. They have just tied the game moments ago. And going to go off of the Express, and it's going to be thrown in by the Surf. Number 12 they're battling for it. That's Brandon Levine. It's kicked back out of harm's way by the defenseman of the Express. It's going to be another throw-in for the Surf. Surf still maintaining the offensive pressure that they've had throughout the game. However, the score is 1-1. Going to be a throw in there by number 7, Justin Peck. And a couple substitutions on the part of the Surf is number 4, Sean Marshall is going to check in, along with number 1, Connor Allen Lee. Now the Surf looking for offensive opportunity. Benno Grossman's looking for it. The ball's kicked. Oh, just wide. Good scoring chance for the Surf as Benno Grossman was doing a nice footwork with it. Got it back to Brandon Levine. He booted it, but wide left. So the score is still 1-1. Here at Black Mountain Field in the quarterfinals of the Presidio Cup, I'm David Goldberg with Georgia Langevin Productions. We've got a 1-1 tie in the second half between the San Dieguito Surf and the Encinitas Express. And we're going to start off here with a free kick by the Express, as after that shot on goal went wide. Number 14, Chris Budinger. He's looking to break again. He's the goal scorer for the Express. And we're going to have a foul call on the Surf, so now the Express have a chance to set up and maybe get the breaking tally here in the second half. Any goal now would be a boon for either team. So the ball is going to be a free kick around midfield. It's going to be taken there by number 12, Nicolens Martin. Martin setting it up. Surveying the field, boots it. Ball stopped there by number 3, that's Drew Dellis. He's battling with it there by number 6, Michael Buffet. Buffet gets the roll and ball is kicked towards the goalie. Chris Ruiz, he makes a nice play on it, kicks it out of harm's way back towards the center of the field, and the Surf looking to break. But the ball's kicked back towards Surf goalie, Ruiz, and now each team is battling back and forth. Here comes Ziggy looking to break. The goalie's come way out of the net, and oh, it's a nice play. Somebody's got to play goalie for the Surf, as action's fast and furious. I can't even keep up. Chris Ruiz is certainly a gambling man because he came way out of the net to try and cut off the angle, but that left the goal wide open. Fortunately for him, his player, it looks like Sean Marshall, came back to play goalie and saved the goal. So the free kick is going to be taken there by number 7, Justin Peck. And we're going to have a substitution now as Ruiz goes out of the game, and it looks like number 1 will come in and play goalie. To check on who that is. So we have a goalie switch, as not a bad call, as Ruiz is making some really tough decisions here.
Get in, take it away from him.
Now ball being battled with there. 2 players for each team both go down. And we're going to have a foul called on the Surf, so it's going to be a free kick here for the Express. Going to be taken there by number 10, Garrett Scott. 1-1 is our score here late in the second half. We've just had a goalie change by the Surf. Ball's booted down toward the goalie. Oh, and the ball is kicked, and oh, just wide. The goalie came way out to try and cut off the angle, but left the back of the goal wide open.
Go, Surf, come on.
So now it's still 1-1, as the Express have turned up the offensive pressure, and they look knocking on heaven's door. They seem to be just waiting for another mistake by the Surf. Here's the kick. A nice kick. Nice kick. It gets by 12. That is Nicolens Martin. It's going to be trouble for the Express, but it doesn't. It's taken there by Sean Marshall. He tries to get something going. He's got something going down the left sideline. He's breaking in and kicked off the play by Michael Buffet. He still gets control of it, though, trying to do some nice footwork against Buffet. The ball goes out of bounds off of Buffet after Marshall kicks it off him. So they're going to have a throw in there as the Surf look to get something going offensively. Marshall throwing it in. Serve trying to get something going offensively, and the ball is headed out of bounds and saved there by the Surf, but really not a good decision, as now it's going to be a break for Chris Buttinger. And here is Ziggy tries to break. And the ball goes down towards us and kicked back towards Surf Field. And here comes Connor Allen Lee. He boots it. But the ball's taken there nicely by the defenseman. Kick towards the left sideline. They've got a break. That's for Sean Marshall. He's got some room out there. Let's see if he can center the ball. He does, but nice defensive play as number 3, Drew Dellis, decides rather than go play offense, he'll play some smart defense and remains back in his pocket. Ball's taken there by Ziggy. He looks to break again. Oh, and we have a foul call. Ziggy just looks to break every opportunity he has. Gotta like those players with those one-word names. And ball's gonna be a free kick there, taken by number 6, Michael Buffet.
Justin, come on, turn it up. Let's go.
Buffet kicks it. Headed there. Kick back deep into the Surf territory. Ball's gonna be chased down by the goalie. And kicked back towards midfield. Ball gets by number 12, that is Nicolens Martin, and the Surf look to break. We've got an offsides call, I think. And the goalie is Alessandro Mullane, is our new goalie. He checked in for Chris Ruiz. Goalie change was made after Ruiz let in that goal. And so the score is 1-1 here late in the second half. These two teams know each other well. They're in the same division. As the Encinitas Express won their division with a record of 12-1-1, and the San Dieguito Surf came in a close second. So these two teams know each other, and they are battling fiercely here today in this 1-1 deadlock. Now the ball is taken around midfield. Ball kicked there back, handled by number 8. That's Brennan Perry. He looks to break, doing some nice footwork, but a nice sliding tackle by number 7, but they still have it. But again, the Surf defense playing a corner triangle defense nicely and are able to squelch the scoring opportunity. But again, here come the Surf, here comes the Express right back, and the shot is just high and wide. A beautiful shot there taken by the defenseman of the Express. And really, if it wasn't for just the angle, that ball is going in as he beat the goaltender in that play.
You can't give him that much room. Justin, you gotta step it up. Not that long.
As soon as I see his number, I'll be able to tell you the player who made that beautiful scoring attempt for the Express. Is their scoring opportunities have increased tenfold here in the second half. Ball's kicked back towards midfield now. And back and forth as each team doesn't want to give up anything too much. And there's Ziggy doing a nice play to keep the ball in play. There's Kyle McCormick looking to break, and he's got Benno Grossman. He plays give and go with number 20, Tommy Snyder. Here comes Benno Grossman. Oh, he's totally taken down, and we're going to have some kind of penalty call, and we are, as Benno Grossman was in on the play, and really number 9, that was Daniel Jacinto. That was a hard foul, and he got called for it, but really doesn't make that play. I think we've got a 2-1 game. Benno Grossman's tough, looks like he's okay, as him and Tommy Snyder played a little give-on-go as they did in the first half. And we're going to have a free kick for the Surf, as it looks like Justin Peck and Kyle McCormick are back trying to confuse the Expresses. Who's going to take the kick? There's a lot of strategy going on now between each team, trying to make good positioning. But there's plenty of room for a goal here. Here comes number 2, McCormick. He boots it. Oh, he kicks it high and scores! A beautiful kick by Kyle McCormick. That is just a marvelous kick by McCormick. Oh, my. I've seen some goals, but that was a beauty. He put it in a place that the goalie just couldn't reach. High over his head and in the net. And when I first hit it, I thought it was definitely over the goal, but not at all. That was a beautifully placed kick, and the San Dieguito Surf have taken a 2-1 lead here in late in the second half over the Encinitas Express. McCormick with a heck of a goal. So the foul committed on Benno Grossman results in a free kick and the goal scored by Kyle McCormick. So Benno's got to feel good about taking one for the team. Our score is now 2-1. The Surf in the lead. What a big goal that was. So the Express now don't have much time. They need a goal, and they need one in a hurry. Here's Ziggy trying to get things started for the Express, but they have got too many guys bunched in the same place. And here comes the Surf again. There's Tommy Snyder trying to battle for it. Oh, and he comes down hard on the Express player. We're going to have a foul called on Snyder. Snyder's played a solid game offensively for the Surf.
Get back, guys. Go back.
Again, here's a boot. And there's Buttinger again, and he kicks it, and oh, it goes just wide. The Express have had more than one near miss so far here in the second half, as they really had no scoring opportunities in the first, but came up big in the second with one goal and had at least two close calls. Alessandro Mullane is in goal for the Surf. He replaced Ruiz in the second half. Kick is hit toward midfield, goes off a Express player there and taken by number 2, Kyle McCormick. He does a smart thing and just tries to boot it in deep into territory of the Express. And here comes, the ball's loose and the ball's kicked and saved by a defenseman of the Express as the goalie was out of position as he tried to squelch the offensive progress of Tommy Snyder. And the ball goes out of bounds there. So the action is fast and furious from goal to goal. Here, the score is the San Dieguito Surf 2 and Encinitas Express 1. And that whistle signifies the end of the game, where our final score is the San Dieguito Surf 2, the Encinitas Express 1 in the quarterfinals of the Presidio Cup. And we'll be back with some interviews in a few moments.
Come on, honey.
Thank you, Encinitas!
Are you okay, partner?
Thank you.
Good stuff, guys. Ah!
Good job, guys. Both teams.
Good job, you guys. Great game, Ziggy. Good game, guys. Great hustle. Great effort, guys.
Yep, good game, Coach. Good game, guys.
Hi, I'm David Goldberg, joined now by the members of this victorious San Dieguito Surf, who just defeated the Encinitas Express by a score of 2-1. And with me now are three gentlemen, the three goalkeepers for the San Dieguito Surf. So first, could you tell us your name and what you thought about today's game?
My name is Sean Marshall, and I thought we played great.
That's great. So, Sean, tell me, you looking forward to tomorrow's championship game?
Yes.
Semi-final game, excuse me. Sean, what would you like to do when you grow up?
I don't know.
Do you know where you want to go to college?
No.
Well, all right then. You tell me your name and what you thought about today's game.
My name is Chris Ruiz, and I thought the best play of the game was when Kyle scored the penalty shot and made a goal.
That was a terrific play. Tell me, what would you like to do when you grow up?
I don't know.
Do you know where you want to go to college?
I don't know.
Okay. Tell me your name and what you thought about today's game.
I'm Alessandro Mullane, and I think we played great because we have lost this team twice, and we came out and we beat them by the score of 2-1.
Now, you lost to the team twice, like you said. When you came into the game, were you nervous at all? Were you upset that you had already lost to them, or did you feel like you could beat them?
I felt that they beat us twice, and that they were gonna go, they could beat us easy, but. So that I came out and our whole team showed them that we could beat them too.
You guys played an excellent game all around, a great team game. Well, thanks, guys. We're going to have three more members of the Surf. And now I have three more members of the victorious San Dieguito Surf here with me. First, your name and what you thought about today's game.
My name is Benno Grossman, and I thought one of their players might be a little dirty, but other than that, I thought the game was really good.
Now, you guys played a great team game. After they scored the goal 1-1 to tie it, what was your feelings about the game?
all we needed to do was score one more goal, and I knew it was over.
Now tell me, it looked at you when you broke in and they tackled you on the play and called the penalty shot. Were you all right? Because it looked like you were going to score on that play.
Well, I was on a breakaway, and I was going to score, but he tripped me, and I got the wind knocked out of me, and I took a hard fall in the dirt.
But it all came out good in the end as a penalty shot resulted in a goal for your team. Tell me what you want to do when you get older.
I want to be a pro soccer player and play on the U.S. national team.
That's great. Do you know where you want to go to college?
No.
Okay. Well, tell me what's your name and what you thought about today's game.
Okay. My name's Tommy Snyder, and when we lost twice, I thought we could beat him today, and then we came out and we showed him what we could do.
Now tell me, after they scored that goal to make it 1-1, were you thinking at all, oh no, here we go again?
No, I was thinking that we'd score again and then we'd win.
Well, that's a great attitude, and it certainly came to pass. Tell me what you'd like to do when you grow up.
Be a pro soccer player.
And do you know where you want to go to college?
No.
Okay. Well, tell me your name and what you thought about today's game.
My name's Brandon Levine, and I thought about this game as that I thought we were gonna win it, and we did, and I put all my effort into it to win.
Well, you certainly played great team defense and a great team game all around. Tell me, what would you like to do when you get older?
Play soccer.
Do you know where you want to go to college?
No.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll be back with 3 more members of the San Dieguito Surf.
Come on, Justin.
And I'm joined again by 3 more members of the victorious San Dieguito Surf. Tell me your name and what you thought about today's game.
My name is Justin Peck, and I thought it was a really tough game. I had to mark this guy named Ziggy, and he was really tough.
Ziggy was tough. He looked to break offensively every chance he got, but you defended him well today.
Yeah, I did. He got on this breakaway near the goal, and he just about scored, but it just got past the post.
Now, what was your plan on defense today, defending them? It seemed like every time that they had a chance offensively, you guys played a good team defense and really would kick the ball out of bounds before they got any scoring opportunities.
Well, that was our plan. Our coach, every time we played them, he wanted us to mark up Ziggy, so he would never get a chance to get past the score.
Well, it was an excellent job on team defense. Tell me what you want to do when you grow up.
I don't know.
Do you know where you'd like to go to college?
Yes?
Where?
Duke.
Duke. All right, great. Tell me your name and what you thought about today's game.
My name is Drew, and I thought we played really good, and I knew we could win because this morning we lost. We lost to a team that beat us twice. Or this morning we beat a team that beat us twice already, and I knew we could do it again. And we did.
You certainly did. Tell me what you'd like to do when you get older.
Be a professional soccer player for the USA national team.
Do you have a favorite player?
No.
Do you know where you like to go to college?
Yeah, UCSD.
UCSD, all right. Tell me your name and what you thought about today's game.
My name's Connor, and I thought we played very good. And I thought that I played good up there, and I almost had a chance on goal, but that guy was just standing right there.
Now tell me, when they scored to make it 1-1, were you worried that you might lose the game?
No, I wasn't. I just thought we were going to score a goal. I just had a feeling we were.
Well, that was certainly a terrific win for you guys. Tell me what you'd like to do when you grow up.
I want to play soccer, and I want to go to USCSD.
Great. Well, good luck to all of you guys. And I have with me 3 more members of the victorious San Dieguito team. The Surf beat the Encinitas Express today by a score of 2-1. Tell me your name and what you thought about today's game.
My name's Kyle, and I thought we did really good in their end of the field.
Tell me, Kyle, you scored the game winning goal. Tell me what your thoughts were about that play.
I was really scared that I wasn't going to make it.
Now, did you have that in mind the whole time, that you wanted to put it right there?
No.
What was your thinking? What did you want to do with it?
I wanted to put it in the corner.
In the corner. And when you first kicked it, did you think it was going in, or did you think it was over the net? When I saw it, I thought it was over the net.
Me too.
But it went right in the perfect spot.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you'd like to do when you grow up.
I don't know.
Do you know where you'd like to go to college? Okay, well, good luck to you. Tell me your name and your thoughts about today's game.
My name is Jared Brenner. I'd like to thank the parents and Warren and Lori for all the support. I thought today was a real good game. And that's it.
Now tell me, when they scored to make it 1-1, were you nervous at all?
Yeah, I was real nervous, but I knew we could come back.
Well, that seems to be the attitude of the whole team, and it was a great team effort. Tell me what you'd like to do when you get older.
Be a doctor.
A doctor? Would you know what kind of doctor?
No.
Where would you like to go to school?
I don't know.
Okay, well, that's fair. Good luck to you. Tell me, last but not least, your name and what you thought about the game.
My name is Christopher Collins. I thought today was a really good game because Kyle scored that really high goal, and I thought it was gonna go out and on top of over the goal.
Yeah, I did too, and so did Kyle, but it went into the sweet spot. Tell me, what would you like to do when you grow up?
Be a pro soccer player on the U.S. team.
Do you have a favorite player?
No.
Do you know where you want to go to college?
UCSD.
Well, that's great. Great game today, guys, and good luck in the future. There you have it, the victorious members of the San Dieguito Surf soccer team, which beat the Encinitas Express today by a score of 2-1 in the quarterfinals of the Presidio Cup. I'm David Goldberg with George Langevin Productions saying so long from Black Mountain Field.
It's funny how every tournament you seem to see a surf team up at the top. Club puts together good teams all the time, and you guys put together another good team here. So right now I'd like to bring up the coach of the surf team and have him hand out the medals.
It's hard to believe that last week at this time this field was about ankle deep underwater. It seems like about an eon ago, doesn't it? And it's hard to play 4 games in 2 days, especially when the competition is so strong. And it's absolutely impossible, you guys, to have a great final like we had without having a great opponent. We have total respect for PQ because they are tough. You guys played great ball. Both times we played you guys. In fact, all 4 times. I want to thank the Presidio League for putting on a great tournament, having great officials out here every game. It was very well organized and very well run for the use of this facility. I want to thank the people who really made this whole engine run, and that is the parents of the surf who got their kids on time. I want you to know you guys are responsible for the 5 extra pounds I put on this season with all those donuts and Oreos and it's all your fault. But mostly, I'm just so thankful that I was getting a chance to work with a group of guys like this. I think of all the times it was dark and the polo grounds were empty and there was only one team working still, and that was us, in the dark with the headlights on, sprinting, working. And our mantra all season long was hard work equals success and get to the ball, and that's exactly what we did. I'm so proud of you guys for playing so hard in so many games and overcoming so many obstacles. It's really fun to work with guys that are that motivated. I feel really privileged to be a part of a team like this. It's exciting. Okay, here we go. There's a guy I want to call up first. He played a lot of goalkeeper for us this year. Came off the bench and played very strong. And that's Chris Ruiz. Chris, come on up here, buddy. The next player I want to bring up is a guy who came on very strong late in the season with a big left foot, scored a lot of goals. Chris Collins, come on up here. Good job, Chris. Center midfielder on our team, the big strong guy, scored 2 goals today, both of them killer. The big headers all season long. Kyle, come on up here. We have this guy, I like to think of him as a human buzzsaw. His feet never stop. He's the hardest tackler and the quickest feet. Jared, come on up here, brother. You're a great player, Jared. The next guy I want to bring up is our Italian stallion. He's a gnarly guy, Alessandro. Come on up here. Good job. Our outside midfielder and sometimes striker, Connor. Come on up here, buddy. You're a great player. You're rock solid.
All right, Connor.
All right. A guy came off the bench and played and started a lot of games and came off the bench and scored a lot of goals during the course of the year. Very strong guy, Tommy Snyder. Come on. Good stuff. The guy with the vision, the guy who makes all the players around him better. He's such a stud. Come on up here, Beto. You know what I'm talking about. Good stuff. And our good friend from Escondido, when we run 2 laps, Brandon gets an extra 15-second breather because he's that far ahead of everybody. The hard worker and a fast runner, tough guy, Brandon. Come on up here. Good hustle, Brandon. Our big guys in defense get to the ball every time. The tougher the game, the tougher they got. Drew, Nails, coming up here. Justin, come on up here. The hardest tackling duo in the whole league. Great stuff, you guys. And lastly, the man in goal. Come on up here.
Right, Sean.
Sean O'Maddox. Almost got that shutout today, Sean. You played so good. Good job.
Great job, Sean. That's Lori.
For our team manager, who does all the work, gets there early, registers us.
Get there early.
Usually, Lori. Thank you, Lori. All right. Thanks again, you guys, for a great turnout. You know what? I'm so bummed that this is our last game together. I wish there was a state cup. Don't you think so?